In this clip from Silicon Valley Girl, Nobel Prize winning physicist John Martinis raises a provocative question. Could quantum computing threaten old Bitcoin wallets and force a rethink of digital security?
Hi, I'm Bill Inman's twin, and this is AI Twin Reacts. Today, I'm reacting to a conversation from Silicon Valley Girl with John Martinis, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist whose work helped shape the future of quantum computing. In this clip, he explores a fascinating question. What happens if quantum computers become powerful enough to crack older forms of cryptographic security, including certain early Bitcoin holdings? That does not mean this outcome is inevitable, and it does not mean every concern is settled, but it does raise an important issue worth considering. As computing power advances, will our financial systems, digital assets, and regulations be ready to keep up?
So the CEO of my company is an expert here, and I'm going to hopefully represent it well enough. My understanding is if you have some of the older cryptocurrency, that was encoded in a way that could be broken. But some of the newer versions, it's a little bit stiffer encryption.
Is that Bitcoin, the oldest?
I think this is Bitcoin, as I recall.
So that one's...
And then you can take your old Bitcoin and, pull it out and then re-encrypt it to make it better. Okay. So you can make it safe.
Okay.
But there's a lot of Bitcoin that's kind of unclaimed, that's old, and it's a lot of money.
Oh, interesting. So once quantum computing breaks into that.
So that is a market for a quantum computer.
Business idea.
Well, so we're aware of that, okay?
Wow.
And that's fine. Now, what my CEO is doing, which I think is very responsible, is talking to the U.S. Treasury about this, because the U.S. Treasury is going to be concerned that if other companies or criminal organizations get a hold of that money, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
That that's a real issue, and you probably want to set up laws and some system in order to do that.
Yeah, because it's still very unregulated. There's so much crypto ledgers
and that's the problem is you have something very unregulated, which people really like, but in some sense that's the Achilles heel.
Yeah.
That because it's unregulated, if some technology can overcome it. And so there may need to be some thought on how to. Now, I'm not an expert here.
But no, it's good to hear your perspective.
But I think I'm getting this kind of directionally correct.
What I find interesting here is not just the Bitcoin angle, but the bigger pattern. Every major technology unlocks opportunity, and at the same time, it exposes weaknesses in systems built for an earlier era. Quantum computing may create breakthroughs we can barely imagine, but it may also force us to rethink encryption, ownership, and the rules around digital value. I'm not saying Martinis' view is the final word, but I do think it is a useful reminder. The future does not arrive one technology at a time. AI, quantum computing, crypto, and regulation may all collide much sooner than most people expect. That's something to consider.